Hello, people. It's dark, but that's okay because we have our dipper hat. Um, I did the math. I figured out that we have done, uh, today is day like 30 or so of 30-minute live streams. So that's cool. I'm very humbled because I'm reminded that you only get one shot at this thing called life. We only get one chance to live each day. Once you've done something, it's kind of like it's done. Like you can think of a lot of things are irreversible, but then there's some things that are obviously not. Like once it's done, or there are reversible. Um, I think we're gonna make some ramen, which is like super stereotypical, but that would be a lot easier to eat than cereal. No, I haven't gotten my charger back. I was planning on doing a half marathon today because last night I was up too late. What was I even doing? Oh yeah, I was writing. I was doing a bunch of writing last night, which was frustrating that I didn't even get my newsletter done. I don't know. I think the thing I'm learning more and more, just if there's something you really want to do in this life, you need to prioritize it because otherwise it's very unlikely it's going to happen. So like me doing these daily live streams, for example, I've made this a priority in my life of something I'm going to do, right? And that includes the elimination of alternatives. That's what a commitment is. According to Alex Hormozy, is we're eliminating alternatives. Also, a quick little sorry. Totally messed it up to all the people that I said I was going to be on here earlier. Nope. I ended up sleeping in, stayed up all night doing some writing. I guess you could say the bug bit me. I just felt very much wanting to write something and get some writing done. Yeah. We have one more ramen packet left. That's it. That's it. Safa said, yeah. There's a quote that says, there you have two lives. The second one begins when you realize you only have one. So the funny thing about that quote, it's saying like, yeah, you have two lives, but it's actually, the other one is only when you realize you only have one. Only got one. No one cares. I care. Jamie, Safa, what's up? We're just making some ramen, chilling. Yeah, if you really want something to happen, then there needs to be, you gotta prioritize it. I mean, the thing with today is like there's so many distractions, there's so many alternatives to, yeah, I agree. Be nice. That's always it's a good thing to do. But yeah, gonna make our last little thing of ramen. It's easy to get stressed out about things outside of your control. For example, we don't know how long we're all going to be here. There's some parts of that are in our control, some of it is not. So it's important to just enjoy the day that you have and learn to be more patient with yourself. And also, like, if there's something you really want to do, then any other thing is a distraction. If you really want to do some writing, if you really want to spend time with somebody, and that's what you really want to do, then any other thing is a distraction. So, it's easy to want distraction over focus, over something that's actually gonna help you progress in this life. But anyway, Yeah, it's kind of sobering. It's like you have a lot of different timelines. I mean, you could argue there's like infinite timelines with every day. There's so many things you could do. Um, so many possible things you could do. The best thing you can do generally is to, well, we have some plan to follow that plan or to create something that's going to bring you forward. Jacob, what's up? We have some ramen cooking in the microwave. LeBron. There you go. I gotta be more like LeBron. I agree. I mean, if I was more like LeBron, that'd be huge. LeBron's really good with his sleep routine. I'm curious what makes you so like what you like about LeBron. Did I see your text? I did not see your text actually. Shout out, please, the prettiest baddie of all time. Quite a name. Quite a name. Yeah, so end of the day. Gotta enjoy the life. Enjoy the lessons, enjoy the learning. So I don't know, I'm in a very humbling spot right now. It's easy to kind of get stressed out. Rent's due in a couple days and yeah. But to move with faith amidst uncertainty, faith in Christ is always the way to go. So we're gonna have some ramen, and we're also gonna have some. I already gave you a shout out. This is the first time here, so be glad you got anything. All right. So we're gonna have some of these guys. That's too bad. Snooze, you lose. I mean, you could probably go to another stream if that's all you're here to do is get shout outs. So I usually don't give shout outs to somebody that just showed up out of nowhere. Oh, the ramen's done. Okay. It's about to be the most boring ramen of all time. But you gotta eat something. Gotta eat something. So, but yeah, today was a classic example of just getting distracted and not fighting back wouldn't necessarily be like the term I would use, but I just didn't really show that I cared about what I really wanted to get done today. So when you do that, I mean, you just gotta take what you can get. I'm really consistent with doing these daily live streams, so that's cool. At the end of the day, you get what you tolerate, right? So if you tolerate certain behavior, that's what you're gonna get because you've already shown that's what you're okay with. There's some behavior I'm not okay with. I want to definitely grow, but gotta really be patient. Growth takes patience and time. All right, where did I put the fork? Yeah, so it's sobering. Because I was talking to some people about like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be here in the morning. That was the plan. Then I did not follow through on the plan. I got caught up in my writing. But I do think that's really the thought that's on my mind right now. It's like if it's not the plan, then you can't afford to do it. You just can't afford to do it. So got our ramen. It's about as basic can be. But this is what happens when, there's a lot of other things I could have done today. But I just chose to just sort of not really do anything different. Just kind of chose to get distracted. So distraction might get some itch, satisfy some itch, but it's unlikely to satisfy your soul. So played a lot of this game called Pokemon Crystal Clear today, which basically makes Pokemon a Nuzlocke. So insert any town you want, anything like that. I just play it on my phone. It's been a lot of fun. I had Arrow, what's up, man? I gotta play that. I played that way too much today. Truthfully. It's like you get close, you make your way in the game, and then when you in that game, instead of your Pokemon fainting when they die in battle, they actually leave. They actually go back into the wild. So it makes it a lot more difficult. What happened a couple times is I assumed I knew it was going to happen. So I went to Sprout Tower, which I was assuming would be easy. And then the first Pokemon had this level 35 Victory Bell, and I'm like, oh, my Porygon's level 30, and this guy has 3 Pokemon. It's like, odds aren't looking very good for me. So after I lost on that attempt, I tried again and again and again. All of a sudden, hours had gone by. And also watched some of the Netflix show, A Series of Unfortunate Events. I remember reading those books. I don't know how far did I get, maybe 5 or 6. Book 1 through 4 are the ones I remember the best. Or 3, 1 through 3. Yeah, 1 through 3 are the ones I remember the best. I think I read those in 4th grade. So it's interesting to something I imagined and remembered in my brain, and the show is bringing all these things back to mind. Mark, of course I remember Mark. And the profile picture also, I think, is familiar. Yeah. So, but yeah, we're on a month. We're at a month now. I'm pretty sure today marks a month. So that's cool. So yeah, I watched a bunch of Series of Unfortunate Events today. Played a lot of Pokemon. Didn't really do very much. I was productive. I was up really late, 5 hours straight, writing. But it wasn't super productive because probably should have just gone to bed. So by the time I did go to bed, woke up, it was 1 p.m. I was planning to go on a run. But I was like, I'll just play a little bit of Pokemon first. And I ended up getting sucked into it. I think it makes it much more likely to get sucked into something if you're already wanting some way out. When you're already in a vulnerable state, you just have to be careful. Those some ramen noodles, yes sir. Creed, what's up? We just took care of the ramen noodles. The last one that was up here. Yeah, it's all good, Creed. We got some peanut butter. Peanut butter and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Oh, I think we have honey too. What we need, it'd be great to have chocolate chips, but we don't. But we do have honey. I think. Yes. Yeah, so today was an L of sorts. It's like we took the small win in terms of like doing the live stream still. Wasn't like I did anything stupid. It was more like just mediocre behavior rather than toxic behavior. Oh, I was about to say these were chocolate chips, bro. That would have been so hype. Landed right on the Start With Y book. That's kind of crazy. We were planning to read more from Start With Y. Did I get my charger? No. I don't know. I don't know. I really hope so. Someday, hopefully. The last I heard from the guy, he's like, "Hey, I'm catching this train today. Let me get back to you," or something. I don't know. I got a girl's number yesterday, so that was a win. That was a win. God is so faithful. So faithful. So I was just like, yesterday was definitely not looking super great, but one of my friends was doing this speaking thing. I really wanted to go to it, so I ended up calling a friend, and he took me to it. What a W. This is Cinnamon Toast Crunch with peanut butter. Yes, we're just vibing today. That's what we're doing. Yep. If we had some chocolate chips, then we'd be really cooking. You love it? Yeah. My mom, when I was in college, she taught me about this recipe to make like cookie in a bowl. And it includes oatmeal, chocolate chips, honey, and a couple other things. And that's like a fun go-to little snack. This isn't quite the same as that, but it's kind of close. So there we go. We like to experiment here. Yeah, I can sub to you, Creed. I don't know if I can sub to you during the stream. Brandley said I just liked and subscribed. Creed 4AA. Yeah, I'll have to subscribe to you when I'm done with the stream. What kind of stuff do you do on your channel, man? You on a road to 50? I'm sure you'll get there. Brandley Denham said I just liked and subscribed. Well, thank you. Well, we do VR content, like VR chat. For some reason these fruit snacks are really on point today. It's probably just because I'm hungry. So I was thinking about what would be a good title for today's stream. And I was like, first there's going to be something about having a backup plan. But then I was like, no, I think it's good to kind of keep in mind, it's like how we really only get this one life, you know? Oh my, we have a couple things going through. Hosanna in the highest, welcoming the King of Kings. Happy Palm Sunday, innovative minds. Thank you. Oh yeah, I think Palm Sunday is tomorrow. You're on YouTube too, Mark. You play Gorilla Tag Fan GA. You make videos, fan games. Oh, that's cool. I'll have to see what you got going on over there. I think that oatmeal is a better replacement. We're expecting Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but that's okay. But yeah, you know, it's really humbling because I almost didn't make it to that event yesterday. I almost didn't get that girl's number. I don't know if anything will come of that, but she was cool. There's so many different timelines, and if you can just do a better job of preparing in the beginning of the day, think of like any superhero. Most superheroes, before they go out and do their thing, they have some, they prepare, or they do something. They like have their what you call it? Yeah, they just have like their routine. How many subs did I need to go live? I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I think it's like a um. I think it's a combination. Don't quote me on this, but I think it's a combination of how long your channel has been around, so like age of your channel, also subscribers. But I don't think it's more than 50. If there is a sub requirement, it might not be. I thought I had more to do something with age than with number of subs. My first live stream that I did was back in, I think it was end of 2024. It's my first live stream on here. You went to SeaWorld? What? That's crazy, bro. I want to go. Your channel's been around since 2025. Gotcha. No way. Mark went to SeaWorld? That's crazy. That's a Universal, what? Right? Universal? That's crazy. That's a W. That's such a W. So we just see the domino effect. I get back home late. I do some writing late at night. Then I sleep in. Then I get caught into playing video games, which is fine. There's worse distractions out there, obviously. And I didn't end up going running today, which is sad, but it is what it is. You have a toy snake. That's cool. So, Ferris Bueller. What's up, Ferris? I hope you're doing fantastic. We're eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch with oatmeal, with peanut butter and honey. Because why not? You'll record a VR vid right now. I can show you out. That's very kind of you, Creed. I'm doing pretty good. Pretty okay. Supposed to get a job. Multiple things didn't work out with that. Some wishy-washiness going on, some flakiness, saying like, oh yeah, we can have you start, and then just completely ghost me. Yeah, you can shout me out, Creed. That's fine. Pretty close to 1,000 subscribers. That's cool. Couldn't have done it without you guys, for sure. I mean, the difference between being by yourself, I did plenty of Twitch streams with just one viewer or no viewers. That's humbling. So when you got a couple people to talk to, I mean, that's super nice. I mean, this is day 30 in a row. 31? I think it was 31. We're still feeling Chicago. Yeah. Nothing's happening here in Utah. So we're making more progress on that. We're just kind of trusting that. Don't quite know how it's going to work out. We don't have to know how it's going to work out. You've been subscribed for 2 months? That's cool. I appreciate that. We have some honey bunches of oats as well. These would probably be more effective than the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. We also have the Pringles, of which have been previously spoken, that are not super yummy, but we might just eat them anyway. Well, it's like, I don't know. I look back at high school, for example. I wouldn't change anything in my life, period. But like high school especially, it's like I was putting myself out there at a gaming YouTube channel, so I was talking to students about it. It's all good practice. Oh, Mom said happy Saturday. What's up? Honey bunches? Yeah, honey bunches are good, Mark. Shaving the neck? Yeah, we're gonna we're gonna do a good shave tonight. We're just starting over. Yeah, we starting over. You want my soul? Thank you, Freedom. I want freedom in my life too. 9:10 for you because you're an hour behind me. Yeah. That will look cool. Thank you. They're my favorite. There you go. Yeah, so I don't super like having facial hair. I had a crazy beard. If you go back a couple months, you'll see like this crazy wild beard I had. But we're done with that. I've just been kind of lazy when it comes to shaving, so I'm definitely gonna. We'll do like a real shave tonight. Tomorrow you'll see me clean shaven. For sure. But if you go back to like December, I had this crazy thing. Yeah, please check it out. It was kind of wild that I let it grow out that long, but I never let it grow out that long before, and I was pretty surprised. That was the biggest surprise of 2025 for sure. I can grow a beard. I would always shave it off before we got anywhere close to that point. When I was here, you're gonna look so different. Looking forward to it. Yeah. Start over again. This is like a couple weeks. It's like decently full for a couple weeks. So. Yeah, we only get one shot at this thing called life, folks. The beautiful thing, you can make a mistake, and God will put somebody in your life and help you see, like, I'm not letting you have that experience again with the same person. However, I'm letting you have a similar thing so you can heal. You can heal. Because some things, once it's happened, once you've done it, I mean, it can hurt, be frustrating, difficult to look back on it, etc. So then we might do some honey bunches of oats just for Ferris. Yeah. We had some honey and some peanut butter and some honey bunches of oats. Yeah, it's full. There you go. Yeah. There we go. Sarah said, woo! There we go. Goodbye, honey bunch of oats. That's probably a bit too much, but this is what it is. Mark said yay. Question is, should we put milk in this, or should we do the same thing with the peanut butter and honey? I could go either way. I just don't know about this. I don't even know. My favorite cereal? I mean, I really like corn pops and Crispix, or both. Yeah, it's probably a bad idea. Probably not such a good idea. We could just for funsies, milk and peanut butter. You ate them at morning. It's like, what are we looking at, guys? I just have no faith in Pringles. I mean, I guess maybe there's a good flavor out there, but these guys are. I don't want to throw away food, but I don't know. We could do milk and peanut butter. That would be kind of wild, but we're also willing to challenge the status quo. We're willing to do that. All right. It's like the thing is like I don't think it would be. Let's go crazy. All right. I mean, we did. The title of the thing is that we only get to do this life thing once, so I guess so. Okay. We know this isn't going to taste like great, but yeah, all right. So here's my beautiful creation in case the YouTube algorithm people are going to use this for the YouTube short that they take from the live stream. We were going to do some reading in this, but we have many requests to put some peanut butter and honey and milk in this thing. Someone clean the fridge. Yeah, I don't have very much food right now. All right, so we're going to do the peanut butter. Okay, peanut butter is a go. Peanut butter 2 is a go. Peanut butter 3 is a go, and that's probably as much peanut butter as we should have in this. Then we have the honey. So where do you get food all day? Well, church stuff often has food stuff. And I'll sometimes get dinner with friends. Like, being unemployed right now is definitely sobering. Yeah. So we have honey bunches of oats with 3 globs of peanut butter and honey. And then the finishing touch is the milk. All right. There we go. We'll see. I don't have like super high faith. I mean, I'm pretty hungry, so I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we did that. Did it just yeah. Mr. Cool Stuff said, "Oh no." I mean, anybody can do this. The question is, are we actually going to eat it? Oh no. We went like 4 or 5 live streams without the phone falling over, but it's Mr. Basketball. I changed my name. All right. See, this is peanut butter. This is peanut butter. I just want to just give you a closer look at this. So we have the peanut butter globs with the honey bunches of oats. So we have, yeah, there's definitely a lot of peanut butter in there. We have 10 likes. That's beautiful. 10 likes for the honey bunches of oats masterpiece. All right. Trail mix cereal. Yeah, I mean, basically. There's one called Morning Summit that's way good. It's just once you make the peanut butter part of the milk, it just changes the peanut butter, but it tastes kind of how you'd expect. And putting honey on honey bunches of oats is kind of crazy. But we did it. We did it. I'd say the peanut butter doesn't actually take away. It doesn't really take away very much. Yeah, I don't think I'd do this again, but it's certainly not bad. One to 10. I think I'm comfortable putting it at a 6. Oh, that bite just had honey in it. There's a big glob of peanut butter. It's crazy. Yeah, it doesn't really take away much. We will indeed. We will indeed. Cereal is one of those foods that's just difficult to maintain a conversation while eating. A better way to do this is if I had somebody else here that could be talking while I was eating cereal, and then I wouldn't have to talk as much. Well, last night I got to go to a friend's speaking thing, and then I was up till 6 a.m. writing, which wasn't super smart. And I slept until like 2 or 1. I was planning to go on a run, didn't. I ended up being like, oh, just play a quick video game. I ended up playing way too much video games. Then I ended up watching a series of unfortunate events on Netflix. And now I'm doing this. So, look, it's a cinnamon toast. You probably can't see it, but it's a little cinnamon toast crunch square. So, I'll say the honey gets kind of old. I was playing Pokemon Crystal Clear. It's a ROM hack of Pokemon Crystal. It turns Pokemon into a roguelike Nuzlocke. Yeah, so if you lose in a battle, it starts the whole game over. Slowly figuring it out. I got decently far, and then something would happen that I wasn't expecting. Yep. Yeah, we've kept the streak alive with this. That's cool. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be doing a video chat with my brother. And having some having church and stuff. Yeah, we're at the point where this is kind of worn out its welcome. But is what it is. We probably need to put more cereal in here. Just because we have a lot of milk. Most cereal's gone. Knew you'd love it. Yeah. Yeah, it's better than I thought it would be. I'll say that for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I do think the thought process, the thing for today really is like, oh, if there's something you really want to do, then anything else becomes a distraction. Because you only have a certain number of hours in a day. So the less time you have, the more intentional you have to be. You really should be intentional with every hour of the day. Oh no. This bag was not opened very well. As you can tell. Oh no. Like, look at that. This was not opened very well. The only thing worse would have, like, yeah, Bear opened it for real. It would have been worse if it was, like, open from the bottom. That'd be worse, but yeah. The way I look at it, just have to enjoy these last days living here. Some things I have to figure out still. But once I'm in Chicago, I'll have breakfast for free every day. Well, it's not for free, but I'll have breakfast at the hotel every day. So I certainly won't starve. It'll be good. I look forward to those live streams. They'll be fun. Free cereal is likely. There's some of those places, like I think it's Holiday Inn. They just have like, they had some really good breakfast. I remember going to this hotel in Florida when I was there, and they had some really good breakfast. Yeah, I just gotta keep going. That's what we did, even though didn't get this done earlier today, so I was hoping. So yeah, we're just trying to make the most of things. I have to go for a walk. One of my roommates is laughing hysterically. You might be able to hear him, maybe not, but he's laughing kind of hysterically right now. Yep. I have to shave my head tomorrow. Well, not shave my head, shave my facial hair and neck. I think a tough thing for me with shaving, it's like, I don't even know where my shaving stuff is right now. It's somewhere in my room. My room is just perpetually messy right now. I don't know where most stuff is in it. think another thing to keep in mind too is that with any distracting behavior, procrastination, whatever, it can seem fun at first, but then at some point you just feel guilty. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this up. Still got some peanut butter and stuff in it left. This is kind of heavy, like peanut butter is a heavier thing. Still can't believe we did that, but we did. Honey bunch of oats with peanut butter and honey. And milk. But how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How do we eat honey bunches of oats with peanut butter in it and honey? One bite at a time. That is how it is done, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway. Doing these daily live streams is more or less a side quest. It would certainly be cool to get paid for doing a side quest in the future, but for now I gotta work more on the main quest. Plans for tonight? Well, isn't it like pretty late already? Yeah, it's 9:32. Probably just go on a walk. Yeah, we'll go to bed eventually. Yeah. Probably go to bed around like 11. Probably go for a walk. And if I still want to do 75 hard, I'd have to drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water. And then maybe watch a movie while doing some push-ups or something. It's like we're almost done, but we're also not almost done. I can do like I don't know, I think I can do like 10 or so. What time is it? Yeah. Prove it? Yeah. Yeah, it's probably like 10, 15 right now. Okay. Might as well. We're just filling my body up with all kinds of things. First we did ramen. Then we did peanut butter. Then we did honey bunch of oats. Now we're gonna do water. We're just doing all the things today. You just finished recording? Oh, that's cool, Creed. So this is one. I gotta drink 5 of these to get a gallon in. So, yeah, you guys are gonna help me stay on track with my 75 hard today, it looks like. You did cookies today? That's cool. that like you made cookies? You made sure to shout me out? That's really nice of you, Creed. I'll have to definitely give it a check. Give it a look-see. All right. This is what we still got. See, there's this peanut butter glob right there. There's a little bit of peanut glob right there. But, oh, and right there. So there's like 3 peanut butter globs left. So, other than that, it's basically done. All right. What in the world? There you go. Bananas would be good with that too. Oh my gosh, that would really be something. All right, I really don't know what we're looking at here. My guess is like 10 or 11, maybe 12. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, it's probably all we got for now. Cereal belly. Wow. Wow. Thank you. Yeah. That's kind of you. Yeah, maybe what we'll do is we'll read a couple pages. Then I'll do more push-ups. Then we can get that all done. So, should get the water too. Okay. To do 75 hard by the end of the day, we'd have to have 5 of these. So we got 2 right here. Each of these is 26 ounces. So 5 is 130 ounces and a gallon is 128 ounces. Yup. So there you go, folks. We keep it like, we'll keep it. We definitely go over half an hour. We're over half an hour. We'll probably finish around an hour. Just so you know. But we'll still read a couple pages on this. Won't be able to read as much as I was wanting to. Where were we? 20? Somewhere in the 20s. Oh yeah, I think we're like right here. Yeah, we're on page 27. Haha, I have a mission for you. Find out what those unused buttons on the microwave do. I mean, there really aren't too many buttons. We just have surface light. That's that. Vent fan. That's that. Turntable. Turntable on. I don't know if that makes it do something. Got the timer going. Got the cook time. We got potato. Yeah, that's all like convenience stuff. It's funny, if only it knew like magically how long to do that. But beverage, yeah, it's another one. Yeah. Probably thinking they're thinking of, yeah, like coffee or hot chocolate or something like that. Okay. Now that we've done multiple things with my body today, we'll read a couple pages from this guy. We'll do a couple push-ups, and I think that will close up shop for today. But it was fun having you here. Appreciate the likes, appreciate the love and support. This is the side quest, so yeah, we're just keeping it going. Today is like day 32 or 1, day 31. Okay. Whitening, tartar control, sparkles, stripes. Each innovation certainly helped boost sales for a while at least, and so the cycle continued. Guess how many different types of toothpaste Colgate has for you to choose from today? 32. Today, there are 32 different types of Colgate toothpaste, excluding the 4 they make for kids. And given how each company responds to innovations of the other, that means that Colgate's competitors also sell a similar number of variants that offer about the same quality, about the same benefits, at about the same price. There are literally dozens and dozens of toothpaste to choose from, yet there is no data to show that Americans are brushing their teeth more now than they were in the 1970s. Thanks to all this innovation, it has become almost impossible to know which toothpaste is right for you, so much that even Colgate offers a link on their website called Need Help Deciding. If Colgate needs to help us pick one of their products because there are too many variations, how are we supposed to decide when we go to the supermarket without their website to help us? Once again, this is an example of the newest set of shiny objects designed to encourage a trial or a purchase. What companies cleverly disguise as innovation is in fact novelty. Such a helpful thought. Such a helpful thought. Sometimes we get those mixed up. What we think is innovation is actually novelty. Because innovation, like, is going to make things better. It's going to improve something. But most of the time, it's novelty. You know, it's like something different. Like, oh yeah, they'll buy it. So there you go. Common practice in other industries too. It works. But rarely, if it ever does, the strategy cement any loyal relationships. Apple's iPhone has since replaced the Motorola Razr as the popular must-have new mobile phone. Removing all the buttons and putting a touchscreen is not what makes the iPhone innovative, however. Those are brilliant new features, but others can copy those things and it wouldn't redefine the category. There's something else that Apple did that is vastly more significant. Apple is not only leading how mobile phones are designed, but in typical Apple fashion, also how the industry functions. In the mobile phone industry, it is the service provider, not the phone manufacturer, that determines all the features and benefits the phone can offer. T-Mobile, Verizon Wireless, Sprint, AT&T all dictate to Motorola, Nokia, Ericsson, LG, and others what the phones will do. Then Apple showed up. They announced that they would tell that service provider what the phone would do, not the other way around. AT&T was the only one that agreed, thus earning the company the exclusive deal to offer the new technology. That's the kind of shift that will impact the industry for many years and will extend far beyond a few years of stock boost for the shiny new product. Novel, huh? The price you pay for the money you make. I cannot dispute that manipulations work. Every one of them can indeed help influence behavior, and every one of them can help a company become quite successful. Over the course of time, they cost more and more. The gains are only short-term, and they increase the level of stress for both the buyer and the seller. If you have exceptionally deep pockets or are looking to achieve only a short-term gain with no consideration for the long term, then these strategies and tactics are perfect. Beyond the business world, manipulations are the norm in politics today as well. Just as manipulations can drive a sale but not create loyalty, so too can they help a candidate get elected, but they don't create a foundation for leadership. Leadership requires people to stick with you through thick and thin. Leadership is the ability to rally people not for a single event, but for years. In business, leadership means that customers will continue to support your company even when you slip up. If manipulation is the only strategy, what happens the next time a purchase decision is required? What happens after the election is won? there's a big difference between repeat business and loyalty. Repeat business is when people do business with you multiple times. Loyalty is when people are willing to turn down a better product or a better price to continue doing business with you. Loyal customers often don't even bother to research the competition or entertain other options. Loyalty is not easily won. Repeat business, however, is. All it takes is more manipulations. Yeah. There you go. Manipulative techniques have become such a mainstay in American business today that it has become virtually impossible for some to kick the habit. Bro, my VR is getting hacked. I just got banned by admin, I think. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that, Creed. That's crazy. That's wild. Like any addiction, the drive is not to get sober, but to find the next fix faster and more frequently. And as good as the short-term highs feel, they have a delirious impact on the long-term health of an organization. Addicted to the short-term results, business today has largely become a series of quick fixes added on one after another. The short-term tactics have become so sophisticated that an entire economy has developed to service the manipulations, equipped with statistics and quasi-science. Direct marketing companies, for example, offer calculations about which words will get the best results on each piece of direct mail they send out. It's like a black screen. Huh. Let's find a good place. Yeah. We'll read this last little bit. Those that offer mail-in rebates know how the incentive works, and they know that the higher the rebate, the more effective it is. They also know the cost that goes along with these rebates. To make them profitable, manufacturers rely on the breakage and slippage numbers staying above a certain threshold. Just like our trusty drug addict whose behavior is reinforced by how good the short-term high feels, the temptation to make the qualifications of the rebate more obscure or cumbersome so as to reduce the number of qualified applicants can be overwhelming for some. You can't fix it? That's crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't even know how to do that, because like with a hacker usually hijacks what you're doing. Samsung, the electronics agent, you don't know what you did. That's frustrating. Samsung, the electronics agent, mastered the art of the kind of fine print that makes rebates so profitable for companies. In the early 2000s, the company offered rebates up to $150 on a variety of electronic products, stipulating in the fine print that the rebate was limited to one per address, a requirement that would have sounded reasonable enough to anyone at the time. Yet in practice, it effectively disqualified all customers who lived on apartment buildings where more than one resident had applied for the same rebate. It's not the first time. Okay, well, I'm glad that. I'm not glad that this has happened before, but I think there's probably a way out then if you've been through it before and you made it through. More than 4,000 Samsung customers, lured by the cashback, received notices denying them rebates on those grounds. The practice was brought to the attention of the New York Attorney General. In 2004, Samsung was ordered to pay $200,000 in rebate claims to apartment dwellers. This is an extreme case of a company that got caught, but the rebate game of cutting out UPC symbols, filling out forms, and doing it all before the deadline is alive and well. How can a company claim to be customer-focused when they're so comfortable measuring the number of customers who will fail to realize any promise of savings? There we go. You had a factory reset, but I can't this time. Huh, it's not letting you factory reset? That's crazy. Alright, well, next time, tomorrow we'll be probably reading from some scriptures or something, but next time we come back to start with why, we'll be at manipulations lead to transactions, not loyalty. Also, we're on page 30, which is kind of crazy. We've read all those pages. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of wild. So, yeah. Cool. Well, folks, I think that's kind of it. I'm reading it because my sales guy wanted me to read it. The sales guy. Yeah. I've read it before. Also because for 75 hard, you have to do 10 pages every day. So we just did 3. So I'll have to read 7 more at some point today. But yeah, I also thought it'd be kind of funny to have some live streams of me reading. Yeah, I think. Yeah, we're on page 30 now, so we're just a couple pages away from the end of this chapter. Yeah, it's a good book. I mean, I've it's fun to like read through it and then be able to talk about it in real time. Yeah, keep reading. Yeah, I'll keep going. Yeah, if we have the support, we might do a couple push-ups before that. Yeah, let's do a couple push-ups. We'll probably be able to do 15 again, but we'll see. 1, 2, 3. Go for 20. I don't know about that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, I don't think so, man. No. We'll take 16. I'll take it. That's fine. We'll take it. We'll take 16. Go till you break. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we could probably do 30 more minutes. Then we'd get through more of the book. Yeah. Yes, indeed. We did 15 the first time and 16 the second time. Left it all on the field, yeah. Yeah, I need to get in better shape. Really gotta get in better shape. Okay. It's crazy how like exercise like so good for the mind too. So good for the mind. I remember reading the book Spark. And it basically talks about all the benefits of exercise, like even though like there's obviously physical benefits, but the mental benefits are crazy enough. Even after 5 bowls of peanut butter. So it wasn't, I don't think it was quite 5 bowls, but yeah, it was 3 globs of peanut butter, at least 2 bowls of the cereal, and then also some ramen and an orange. All right. Manipulations lead to transactions, not loyalty. And milk, correct, and milk. It's simple, explains the TV infomercial. Simply put your old good gold jewelry in the prepaid insured envelope and we'll send you a check for the value of the gold in just 2 days. MyGoldenEnvelope.com is one of the leaders in this industry, serving as a broker for gold to be sent to a refinery, melted down, and reintroduced into the commodity market. When Douglas Fierstein and Michael Moran started the company, they wanted to be the best in the business. They wanted to transform an industry with the reputation of a back alley pawn shop and give it a bit of a Tiffany sheen. They invested money in making the experience perfect. They worked to make the customer service experience ideal. They were both successful entrepreneurs, knew the value of building a brand and a strong customer experience. They'd spent a lot of money trying to get the balance right. They made sure to explain their difference in direct response advertising on various local and national cable stations. Better than the similar offers, they'd say. They were right. But the investment didn't pay off as expected. A few months later, Fierstein and Moran made a significant discovery. Almost all of their customers did business with them only once. They had a transactional business, yet they were trying to make it so much more than that. So they stopped trying to make their service better than similar offers and instead settled with good. Given that most people were not going to become repeat customers, there weren't going to be any head-to-head comparisons made to the other services. All they needed to do was drive a purchase decision and offer a pleasant enough experience that people would recommend it to a friend. Any more was unnecessary. Once the owners of My Golden Envelope realized they didn't need to invest in the things that build loyalty, if all they wanted to do was drive transactions, their business became vastly more efficient and more profitable. For transactions that occur an average of once, carrots and sticks are the best way to elicit the desired behavior. When the police offer a reward, they are not looking to nurture a relationship with the witness or tipster. It's just a single transaction. When you lose your kitten and offer a reward to get it back, you don't need to have a lasting relationship with the person returning it. You just want your cat back. I was in my sister's room with the puppies. Their eyes are open. That's cool. That's super cool, Creed. Manipulations are a perfectly valid strategy for driving a transaction or for any behavior that is only required once or on rare occasions. The rewards the police use are designed to incentivize witnesses to come forward to provide tips or evidence that may lead to an arrest. And like any promotion, the manipulation will work if the incentive feels high enough to mitigate the risk. In any circumstance in which a person or organization wants more than a single transaction, however, if there's a hope for a loyal, lasting relationship, manipulations do not help. Does a politician want your vote, for example, or does he or she want a lifetime of support and loyalty from you? Judging by how elections are run these days, it seems all they want is to win elections. Ads discrediting opponents, a focus on single issues, and an uncomfortable reliance on fear or aspirational desires are all indicators. Those tactics win elections, but they do not seed loyalties among the voters. The American car industry learned the hard way the high cost of relying on manipulations to build a business when loyalty was all they really wanted to nurture. While manipulations may be a viable strategy, when times are good and money is flush, a change in market conditions made them too expensive. When the oil crisis of 2008 hit, the auto industry's promotions and incentives became untenable. The same thing happened in the 1970s. In this case, how long the manipulations could produce short-term gains was defined by the length of time the economy could sustain the strategy. This is a fundamentally weak platform upon which to build a business, an assumption of never-ending boom. Though loyal customers are less tempted by other offers and incentives, in good times, the free flow of business makes it hard to recognize their value. It's in the tough times that loyal customers matter most. Manipulations work, but they cost money, lots of money. When the money is not as available to fund those tactics, not having a loyal following really hurts. After September 11th, there were customers who sent checks to Southwest Airlines to show their support. One note that accompanied a check for $1,000 read, "You've been so good to me over the years. In these hard times, I wanted to say thank you for helping me out." Oh, by helping you out. The checks that Southwest Airlines received were certainly not enough to make any significant impact on the company's bottom line, but they were symbolic of the feeling customers had for the brand. They had a sense of partnership. The loyal behavior of those who didn't send money is almost impossible to measure, but its impact has been invaluable over the long term, helping Southwest to maintain its position as the most profitable airline in history. So it takes longer, obviously, to build trust, but the long game is going to be much better if you can establish trust. There's a book called The Speed of Trust by Stephen M. R. Covey that's definitely worth the read. I remember one of my friends, I was talking with him, and he ended up sending me $100 in the mail to help me with paying for rent, which is really nice of him. And that didn't cover for all of my rent, but it covered some of it, and he helped a lot. Very kind of him.
Knowing you have a loyal customer and employee base not only reduces costs, it provides massive peace of mind. Like loyal friends, you know your customers and employees will be there for you when you need them most. It is the feeling of we're in this together, shared between customer and company, voter and candidate, boss and employee that defines great leaders. Have I read a lot of books? I've read a lot of books, Read a lot of books. Some I've just listened to, but I've read more than I've listened to. In contrast, relying on manipulations creates massive stress for buyer and seller alike. For the buyer, it has become increasingly difficult to know which product, service, brand, or company is best. I joke about the proliferation of toothpaste varieties and the difficulty of choosing the right one. But toothpaste is just a metaphor. Nearly every decision we're asked to make every single day is like choosing toothpaste. Deciding what law firm to hire, college to attend, car to buy, company to work for, candidate to elect, there are just too many choices. All the advertising, promotions, and pressure employed to tempt us one way or another, each attempting to push harder than the other to court us for our money or our support, ultimately yields one consistent result: stress. For the companies too, whose obligation is to help us decide, their ability to do so has gotten more and more difficult. Every day, the competition is doing something new, something better. To constantly have to come up with a new promotion, a new guerrilla marketing tactic, a new featured ad, it's hard work. Combined with the long-term effects of years of short-term decisions that have eroded profit margins, this raises stress levels inside organizations as well. When manipulations are the norm, no one wins. It's not an accident that doing business today, being in the workforce today, is more stressful than it used to be. Peter Wybrow, in his book American Mania, When More Is Not Enough, argues that many of the ills that we suffer from today have very little to do with the bad food we're eating or the partially hydrogenated oils in our diet. Rather, Wybrow says, it's the way that corporate America has developed that has increased our stress level so high, we're literally making ourselves sick because of it. Americans are suffering ulcers, depression, high blood pressure, anxiety, and cancer at record levels. According to Wybrow, all those promises of more are actually overloading the reward circuits of our brain. The short-term gains that drive business in America today are actually destroying our health. And there's so much truth to this about like the reward center being overworked and basically cooked up, changed up. I mean, when we're doing good things, the things that we need to do, there's not any artificial rewards, then, we're just kind of created to have those natural, real good things happen. With social media and all kinds of other things, we can get hooked on something artificial instead of something real. Just because it works doesn't make it right. The danger of manipulations is that they work. Because manipulations work, they have become the norm, practiced by the vast majority of companies and organizations, regardless of size or industry. That fact alone creates a systematic peer pressure. With perfect irony, we, the manipulators, have been manipulated by our own system. With every price drop, promotion, fear-based or aspirational messages, and novelty we use to achieve our goals, we find our companies, our organizations, and our systems getting weaker and weaker. The economic crisis that began in 2008 is just another, albeit extreme, example of what can happen if a flawed assumption is allowed to carry on for too long. The collapse of the housing market and the subsequent collapse of the banking industry were due to decisions made inside the banks based on a series of manipulations. Employees were manipulated with bonuses that encouraged short-sighted decision-making. Open shaming of anyone who spoke out discouraged responsible dissent. A free flow of loans encouraged aspiring home buyers to buy more than they could afford at all price levels. There was very little loyalty. It was all a series of transactional decisions, effective but at a high cost. Few were working for the good of the whole. Why would they? There was no reason given to do so. There was no cause of relief beyond instant gratification. Bankers weren't the first to be swept up by their own success. American car manufacturers have conducted themselves the same way for decades, manipulation after manipulation. Short-term decision built upon short-term decision. Buckling or even collapse is the only logical conclusion when manipulations are the main course of action. The reality is, in today's world, manipulations are the norm, but there is an alternative. Part 2, an alternative perspective. the golden circle. So the golden circle has Y in the middle, how on the ring around that, and then what on the ring around there. This is where we get into like the real stuff, the real Y stuff. We probably need to do more push-ups. And we'll read a couple more pages of the golden circle, and then I think that'll put us at 30 minutes over when 30 minutes over when Creed's like, we need to do 13 more minutes. So yeah, so we'll make sure we do that real quick. Yep. Okay. I don't know how many we're gonna be able to do this time. Go for 7. We'll get 7. We'll definitely get 7. I think we'll get 7. We'll get 7. Oh gosh. Okay, that's 11. Definitely gotta get stronger, folks. Yeah, we'll just stop there at 11. So we did 15, 16, and 11. So that's 42. Go till you break. One more. All right, we'll do one more. You go till I break. All right. We still got at least one more in there. Okay. 5. That's. I think that's it. That's it. So that was 15, 16, 11, and then 6. So that puts us at 48. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. 5.5, yeah. Yeah, so more like 47.5. Way to go. Thank you. Gotta get stronger. Gotta get stronger for sure. The golden circle. There are a few leaders who choose to inspire rather than manipulate in order to motivate people. Whether individuals or organizations, every single one of these inspiring leaders thinks, acts, and communicates exactly the same way. It's the complete opposite of the rest of us. Consciously or not, how they do it is by following a naturally occurring pattern I like to call the golden circle. Ferris said you're strong already. That's kind of you. Yeah. Definitely not in bad shape. Concept of the golden circle was inspired by the golden. At first I thought it's like the concept of the golden circle was inspired by the golden circle. I was like, oh wow, this is so genius. But it's inspired by the golden ratio, a simple mathematical relationship that has fascinated mathematicians, biologists, architects, artists, musicians, and naturalists since the beginning of history. From the Egyptians to Pythagoras to Leonardo da Vinci, many have looked to the golden ratio. You had to leave? That's okay. To provide a mathematical formula for proportion and even beauty. It also supports the notion that there is more in order in nature than we think, as in the symmetry. Oh no. Ferris was timed out by Creed. What happened? Why was Creed timed out? What happened? I'm confused. That was an accident? Oh. Okay, as long as it's only 10 seconds. Yeah, that's we gotta apologize for that one. Yeah, we can't we gotta be careful we use our power what we do with our powers. With great power comes great responsibility. That's for sure. Yeah. It's all good. Alright. What I find so attractive about the golden ratio, however, was that it had so many applications in so many fields. And even more significantly, it offered a formula that could produce repeatable and predictable results in places where such results might have been assumed to be a random occurrence or luck. Even Mother Nature, for most people symbol of unpredictability, exhibited more order than we previously acknowledged. Like the golden ratio, which offers evidence of order in the seeming disorder of nature, the golden circle finds order and predictability in human behavior. Put simply, it helps us understand why we do what we do. The golden circle provides compelling evidence of how much more we can achieve if we remind ourselves to start everything we do by first asking why. It's all good, yeah. Appreciate the apology. It's all good. The golden circle is an alternative perspective to existing assumptions about why some leaders and organizations have achieved such a disproportionate degree of influence. It offers clear insight as to how Apple is able to innovate in so many diverse industries and never lose its ability to do so. It explains why people tattoo Harley-Davidson logos on their bodies, provides a clear understanding not just of how Southwest Airlines created the most profitable airline in history, but why the things it did worked. It even gives some clarity as to why people followed Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in a movement that changed the nation, why we took up JFK's challenge to put a man on the moon even after he died. The golden circle shows how these leaders were able to inspire action instead of manipulating people to act. This alternative perspective is not just useful for changing the world. There are practical applications for the ability to inspire too. It can be used as a guide to vastly improving leadership, corporate culture, hiring, product development, sales, and marketing. It even explains loyalty and how to create enough momentum to turn an idea into a social movement. It all starts from the inside out. It all starts with why. Before we can explore its applications, let me first define the terms starting from the outside of the circle and moving inward. What? Every single company and organization on the planet knows what they do. This is true no matter how big or small. No matter what industry, everyone is easily able to describe the product or service the company sells or the job function they have within that system. What's are quite easy to identify. How? Some companies and people know how they do what they do. Whether you call them a differentiating value proposition, proprietary process, or unique selling proposition, hows are often given to explain how something is different or better. Not as obvious as what's. Many think these are the differentiating or motivating factors in a decision. It would be false to assume that this all that is required. There is one missing detail. Why? Very few people or companies can clearly articulate why they do what they do. When I say why, I don't mean to make money. That's a result. By why, I mean what is your purpose, cause, or belief? Why does your company exist? Why do you get out of bed every morning? Why should anyone care? Creed said, I was typing and my thumb hit the close keyboard button. I thought it was still out, so I realized I hit timeout. Yeah. It's alright. It was an accident. When most organizations or people think, act, or communicate, they do so from the outside in, from what to why. And for good reason. They go from clearest thing to the fuzziest thing. We say what we do. We sometimes say how we do it, but we rarely say why we do what we do. But not the inspired companies, not the inspired leaders. Every single one of them, regardless of their size or industry, thinks, acts, and communicates from the inside out. I use Apple Inc. frequently as an example simply because they have broad recognition and their products are easy to grasp and compare to others. What's more, Apple's success over time is not typical. Their ability to remain one of the most innovative companies year after year, combined with their uncanny ability to attract a cult-like following, makes them a great example to demonstrate many of the principles of the Golden Circle. I'll start with a simple marketing example. So before we get to that marketing example, we are at an hour and a half, which is the longest live stream I've done for a while. We have 5 minutes left on that clock. So probably do another page or two, do some push-ups, probably then do a quick little prayer, and that will be it for tonight. Well, it's fun seeing you guys. I appreciate the support. We'll definitely be hitting 1,000 soon. We hit a month, so I don't know. We didn't really do anything super special for the month besides having peanut butter in my cereal. But we did do a longer live stream today, so that's special. If Apple were like most other companies, a marketing message from them would move from the outside in of the Golden Circle. It would start with some statement of what the company does or makes, followed by how they think they're different or better than competition, followed by some call to action. With that, the company would expect some behavior in return, in this case, a purchase. A marketing message from Apple, if they were like everyone else, might sound like this. We make great computers. They're beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. Want to buy one? Thank you for the live. Yeah, you got it. Soon we shave. That's true. That's true. It's not a very compelling sales pitch, but that's how most companies sell to us. This is the norm. First, they start with what they do. Here's our new car. Then they tell us how they do it or how they are better. It's got leather seats, great gas mileage, and great financing. And then they make a call to action and expect a behavior. You see this pattern in business to consumer markets as well as business to business environments. Here's our law firm. Our lawyers, went to the best schools. We represent the biggest clients. Hire us. This pattern is also alive and well in politics. Here's the candidate. Here are her views on taxes and immigration. See how she's different? Vote for her. In every case, the communication is organized in an attempt to convince someone of a difference or superior value. But that is not what the inspiring leaders and organizations do. Every one of them, regardless of size or industry, thinks, acts, and communicates from the inside out. Let's look at that Apple example again and rewrite the example in the order Apple actually communicates. This time the example, we will start with why. So, but yeah, I appreciate you guys being here, even though today was kind of not the most productive day for me. Makes you want to be better. So. Not sure when tomorrow's stream will be. Will be pretty spiritual heavy just because it's Sunday. Maybe we'll do something for Palm Sunday. But yeah. Everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in acting different, thinking differently. The way we challenge the status quo is by making our products beautifully designed, simple to use, and great and user-friendly. We happen to make great computers. Want to buy one? It's a completely different message. It actually feels different from the first one. We're much more eager to buy a computer from Apple after reading the second version. All I did was reverse the order of the information. There's no trickery, no manipulation, no free stuff, no aspirational messages, no celebrities. Lots of push-ups. No push-ups tomorrow. I don't think so. No. It's like that one meme, like, let me tell you something. No. Sunday's my day of rest. Apple doesn't simply reverse the order of information. Their message starts with why. A purpose, cause, or belief. That has nothing to do with what they do. What they do, the products they make, from computers to small electronics, no longer serves as the reason to buy. They serve as the tangible proof of their cause. The design and user interface of Apple products, though important, are not enough in themselves to generate such astounding loyalty among their customers. These important elements help make the cause tangible and rational. Others can hire top designers and brilliant engineers, make beautiful, easy-to-use product, and copy the things Apple does. They could even steal away Apple employees to do it, but the results would not be the same. Simply copying what Apple does or how it does it will not work. There's something more, something hard to describe, near impossible to copy, that gives Apple such a disproportionate level of influence in the market. The example starts to prove that people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. That's probably one of the most very helpful examples, thing to remember in the book. Worth repeating. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Apple's ability to design such innovative products so consistently, blah, 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 blah. We're on page 42. We're like at the top of page 42. But I think that's a good place to end. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. I think it's true, very true. I mean, a lot of people could do video game content or whatever kind of content is, but it's like what they're doing. That's what's compelling. Like for me, I want to get into like speaking, like to, write poetry books and do other things and help more people find God. So that's more or less my why. Everybody has different whys, and that influences a lot of like the loyalty or lack of loyalty. Is like if that's something that people are behind, then they want to help out that person. That's generally the thing. So, that's it. That's it, folks. Okay, all right. Nope. Stop. Shush. Multiple mod levels. I think there are multiple levels to it. But the other one's a little bit more of a manager role, and I don't really feel comfortable giving that to anybody right now. It just would give a lot of power. Speaking of power, we're about to get like 10 or 11 more push-ups-ish, and that'll put us at 60 for the night. Push-ups till we drop. I mean, we have to, because there will be no push-ups tomorrow. Yeah, there is it. I don't know. I just don't feel super comfortable with it. I just don't think it's super necessary. Maybe if I had like a bunch more subscribers, but it's still really early. Oh man, and this is a side quest at the end of the day. All right. This is the finale. Uh, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh man. 10, 11. Yeah, could possibly do that. Yeah, I think. It's like 10. Don't stop till you drop. This is okay. I don't think. No, we're just done. We're just done. We're done. No. Could you imagine if I'd been able to push up at this point? No. Okay, I think that was like 11 or 10. So that puts us at like 58 or 60 for the stream. That's it. Yeah, we'll take it. Win is a win. Applause. W's. Thank you. Yeah. Something. Those last ones are definitely looking not so good. One of my favorite things to do, just because you feel like an absolute boss, is getting to a stoplight, doing push-ups at the stoplight. You just feel like an absolute animal when you did all this running and then you do push-ups at the stoplight. I feel like a monster. Yeah. That last one, make the muscles grow. Yeah. That was definitely definitely something. Well, we still got a lot of water to drink today. You are a monster. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. We made progress today, notwithstanding the lack of getting stuff done through most of the day. We ended on a high note. Yeah, it's the longest live stream I've done for quite a while. So, all right, well, you're a monster, not a monster, a beast. Yeah, thank you. I just gotta keep training, keep building, keep growing. I think we'll just do a quick little prayer, and that'll be it for tonight. Heavenly Father, I'm grateful for the strong body you've blessed me with. Please help me to be more intentional, make it stronger, make my brain waves and stuff flow better, and be able to do more things that would help get the word out about your kingdom and glory and mercy and love and understanding of our situations. I'm grateful for Creed and Ferris, and I pray that you would be with them, help them, and continue to build them up, and help their hearts continue to get stronger and more mighty with thy help. Please help me to get the sleep I need to learn from the experiences of today, to learn from my laziness and my stressing about things that are just temporary. And please just help me to move forward and to enjoy every day and not get so caught up in outcomes, but just be glad I can move forward and I have the ability to do the work. Please help me to see the work more as a gift and just to enjoy each day more, and help Creed, Ferris, and I all get the sleep that we need tonight. And I say these things in the name of Jesus Christ, amen. Well, there we go, folks. That's it. God is good. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Gonna get better. We're gonna get better. It's gonna get better. We're just gonna keep learning and growing, and yeah, just keep building. Clap, clap, clap. Thank you. That is right. We're clapping. Because we're keeping the streak alive. We'll just have to see if we keep the streak alive at like day 100, day 200, and I just keep improving, what can happen. We're still kind of looking, yeah. Yeah. Just gotta trust the process. Might ask the church for some money just to help with paying for rent, because I don't know how else I'm gonna be able to pay for rent, but it'll be okay. God knows my situation. He knows my faith. He knows my fear and my stress and worry perfectly. Need a personal trainer. Yeah, I don't know about if anybody needs a personal trainer right now. I would eventually like to do some kind of coaching or something to help out people. But for now, I have to just focus on getting more consistent myself. So I'll just kind of share a quick little testimony. Know that God is aware of us, that He sees our potential. He knows what we can do with His help, and that He'll help us to become much more than we thought was possible as we just turn to Him and move forward. And Jesus the Christ, He's a miracle worker, as in olden times as in times today. And the best says we keep looking at Him. And I say that in the name of Jesus Christ, amen. Yeah, I've been applying to certain places. I've been rejected from fast food, if you can believe it or not. Not all of them, but I don't know. It's just difficult right now. A lot of it's in my mind. But I feel like a lot of places, like there's not too many places that want to hire somebody for such a short period of time. That's why I was hoping to find something short term. And a lot of short term stuff is stuff that other people started, but just doesn't always seem like it's going. So I'm expecting some kind of miracle to happen as I continue forward to faith. So until then, we're just going to keep trying to improve from day to day, be patient with myself, learn from these things, and yeah, we'll get somewhere really good. Just have to stay on the path. That's it. Just stay on the path is to win the game. Have I looked at Craigslist gigs? No. I probably need to do that. Yeah, probably need to do that. See if I can find something. There might be something there. Yeah. Cool. Well, it's appreciated. Probably will do this like tomorrow. It might be in the afternoon or it could be in the morning. I don't know. We'll see. Moving help, $100. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah. All right, we're getting close to the 2 hour mark. Event staff, 20 an hour. That'd be good. I just don't know about finding some place of such short notice. But just gotta keep going. Keep going, keep learning, keep building. Like if there's something you really want, then anything else is a distraction. I actually read something from Alex Ramosi last night, I think. He's like, if every day gig order gets cash, landscaping. Yeah, gigging could be good. But yeah, Alex Ramosi said something about how if you could create before you can consume all the time, it'd definitely change your life. So I want to do better at that because I did not do that at all today. But if I could start doing that, like create before I consume, that'd be money. So simple stuff. I mean, we can get certain rules in place. I mean, it can be like bumpers on a bowling thing, so you don't have any gutter balls, you don't have any 0 days. I haven't really had any 0 days because I've been doing these, but this is a side quest. This isn't gonna like pay for anything anytime soon. How do you do it? How do I do what? Yeah, I just have faith things are gonna work out. God did not send me here to fail, and He knows that like this is it. This is it. Like there's no other. This is life. Christ came and suffered so that we could live the dream. Create before consuming. Well, you could have your laptop in a certain place and just get in the habit of like, I'm gonna read. So I'm gonna write. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Whatever it is, right? Like there's something I write in called 750 words, and it challenges you to write 750 words every day. So I was trying to do that for a little bit. Do that before I did anything else. I think it's obviously a good thing to do. But yeah, I mean, just making it more difficult, You're unique. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. I mean, if you can just make it more difficult to do the thing that you don't want to do, just make the rewards more clear. Like, oh, I'll only watch this. Oh, here's a very practical example. For the last little bit, I've only watched an episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender after I did some work on my newsletter. So I kind of have to like unlock the next episode with my writing. So that's one way to do it. It's probably what I should have done with Series of Unfortunate Events today too. Unfortunately, I did not do that. Pun intended. But yeah, like if you can somehow connect them together, then you'll find yourself getting a lot done. I remember there's like different videos from like about college, studying in college, where this guy would study and then he'd watch an episode of anime and then he just back and forth. I mean, that's a really good strategy because you associate studying with anime and vice versa. Something I've learned with ADHD is you do a really good job. It's really easy to connect, to create those new pathways and connections. So you have to be really careful about that. Very intentional. But yeah, those are some thoughts on that. Just if you could find a way to not give yourself the reward, because then you might get spoiled, might feel spoiled because you spent all your time doing that and not doing anything super valuable. Craigslist, service offers, labor. Yeah, we'll have to look around. I'm sure there's stuff out there if I'm willing to just put myself out there. Well, if it's like, yeah, I'd be okay if asking for help. You have to let go of all shame. That's a big part of getting help. You have to let go of shame and be like, I want to get help. I'm okay if people think this or that about me. Like, I'm just want to get help. You just want to get out, right? Easy money, maybe. Yeah, there's probably some people, probably some things out there for sure. Yeah, well, we're almost at the 2-hour mark, so I will skedaddle. But thanks for the chat. Appreciate it a lot. Be your own boss. That would be good. Would be good. Yeah, we just have to. Volume negates luck, as Alex Mosley says, so we gotta just stack up more things in my favor. More of these certainly will help. More writing, putting myself out there, offering to write people's newsletters. It's just gonna take more grit, and I'm sure it's possible. It's just really just like with most things of this nature, you're putting yourself out there without really any expectation. Like, you're just throwing yourself out there. Sort of like trying to find a certain Pokemon in a Pokemon game. It's like you might have to go through the wild encounter bunch of time, all these different times to find what you're looking for. But that's what it takes, right? Yeah, it's all good, Creed, no worries. Nothing else, it's exercise. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want you to feel bad about it, Creed. It's okay. Oh, man. I appreciate the support. I do. It means a lot. Ferris would be a good mod. Yeah, I mean, if Ferris would like to be a mod, I can make him a mod. Yeah. The last couple streams, we've added a new mod. I think every stream. Yeah, if you'd like to be a mod, Ferris, I can make you a mod. We made Creed a mod 2 streams ago. Then we made Cindy a mod yesterday. And then we could make Ferris a mod today if he would like to be. I'll take the smiley face as a yes. Boop. There you go. Yeah, the higher one can just like add in blocked words and do some other stuff too. Yeah. Yeah, now we have 3 mods. You can still be a fan, that is correct. Yeah. We've added a mod in the last 3 streams. We added Creed, then Cindy, and then Ferris. So that's fun. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you, Creed. Yep. I mean, really, it's difficult to do, but if you can truly understand what moving forward in your life looks like, and then just only do those things, like, that's not easy, but if you can do that, you'll get ahead really quickly. Can also write stuff at the bottom of the screen. How many push-ups do mods have to do? I guess if you want to do half what I did. So I did 16. No, I did 15, 16, then 6. So that was 37. And then I think I did 11. So it's like around 50. So it's like 25. You'll do 10. That sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah. Push-ups are one of those full body exercises. It's pretty good. Pretty good thing to do. There's the first water for the day. Way late. Better late than never. There's 2. Need to do 3 more of these guys before midnight. It's very doable. We might as well do 2 hours. We're almost at 2 hours. Can't remember the last time we did a stream at 2 hours. That's kind of crazy. It's kind of wild. Gonna upgrade all the mods at 1K. I mean, it really isn't that huge of a deal. I mean, I could if you really want me to. Like, it genuinely isn't that huge of a step. I thought it was more, but like I look at it, like this is literally what it says. Oh, it looks like I'd have to remove you as a standard, and then so I'd have to demote you before I promote you. So might have to do that. We'll wait to do that. But yeah, we could do it at 1K, I guess. Like, I don't think there's any reason. Like, it's not really gonna change a ton of things. It'll just be like, I think it makes you a managing moderator. We'll have to look into it. But yeah, I probably could. Probably could. We're almost at 2 hours. We might have to chuck the cereal. I haven't had any of this in like 10, 15 minutes. It's kind of soggy and there's peanut butter and probably gonna chuck it. It was fun to try, but just saying. Just saying. All right. Oh, man. That was good. That was a pretty productive stream, though. I mean, we got 2 things of water, read some book, did some push-ups, add more peanut butter. No. No, I would die. No. 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 No, I don't want to do that. I don't. Really don't want to do that. It's like the end of the day is when you ought to be like chilling, like because you've gotten stuff done throughout the day. But because I haven't really done much today, it's like we're just trying to throw a bunch of stuff in there. There's 3 mods. Yeah, I think it's you, Cindy, and now Ferris. I think those are our 3. There might be another level, but I don't have access to it, if there is one. Yeah, I think the most likes we've gotten is like 12 or 13. So like, yeah, we'll soon be hitting the breaking records with that. It's just like, it's like that quote that the rising tide raises all boats. So like you get some of these things in a better place and just like, that's really how it goes. Like, being like the consistency, it's not going to change everything, but certainly going to help. I mean, this is day 31. Pretty sure today's day 31 of daily YouTube live streams. Kind of crazy. All right, we have 1 more minute, folks. 1 more minute. Were either of you guys here when I had that disgusting apple? Were either of you guys here for that? How do I co-host? I want to eat cereal. Huh. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. I am not sure. That would be fun. We have green screen, highlight, flip. That's what I have on my phone. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up. If you go back, I think there was a short made about it, but it was so broken. It was so disgusting. It was all the apples were fine, and then that one was like super disgusting. Super disgusting. I remember making like the title of it had something to do with it, but yeah, if I might have to go back and find that one. But yeah, yeah, eating cereal, just chilling. I mean, it's a chill thing to do. I remember back in early 2025, um, that I was eating cereal, and I had like 11 people watching. That was wild. It was super cold outside, but um, you can do basically anything. So, cereal squad, yeah. All right, I'm gonna skedaddle now, but thanks for watching. Appreciate it a lot. A little bit over 2 hours. So that's my roommate. Catch you later. Bye bye.